Guys, to kickstart everything, I'm not a big fan of inspiration. There's a great quote. I forgot the name of the chef. Chuck had said once that inspiration is for amateurs. Okay? Inspiration is for amateurs. Professionals get things done. इसका मतलब क्या है? For example, if you want to be a writer, a lot of people think कि यार writers मतलब बैठे रहते हैं, पढ़े रहते हैं, और कुछ स्ट्राइक होता है, न्यूज स्टार्ट्स टॉकिंग टू देम, कहीं से इंस्पिरेशन आता है और फिर वो लिखते हैं और एकदम फास्ट फास्ट लिख लेते हैं, उसके बाद बंद कर देते हैं. And then whenever inspiration strikes next, they're able to write well. It's true for novelists, it's true for artists. Painting भी inspiration आती है तो painting हम करते हैं, और या music बना रहे हैं तो it's all based on inspiration. Well, let me tell you, as a professional, I know that that's a complete lie. If you want to be a good artist or a creative person, create agar kuch karna hai, so you have to turn up for work. So as a writer, for example, you have to wake up in the morning, right? Go sit in front of that blank page, either the page or your blank screen, and sit there till something comes out. Even if nothing occurs to you or what you write is something you don't like, it doesn't matter, because it's a job at the end of the day. If you approach it as a professional, you will sit there day in, day out and try to get things done. And that is how all great art is created. It doesn't occur suddenly. It's not some inspiration where koi awaaz mujhe keh rahi hai ya andar ki awaaz aa rahi hai. No, you have to work at all of these things. Our way of looking at art is basically through Bollywood or Hollywood. और इसलिए हमें लगता है कि ये सारी चीजें चमक जाती है, अचानक से ये हो जाता है, तो ऐसा नहीं है. You have to work on things day in and day out. So inspiration is highly overrated. At the same time, what we can do is, when people like me, I'm 39, right? Parul, I am very fine talking about my age. So when 39-year-olds talk to 17, 18, 20, 25-year-olds, what we can do is we can share all the mistakes we made, right? And perhaps you could learn from our mistakes. And that could be inspiring, or that could be a motivation, or that could be a life hack that you can use.
Brilliant.
Naren, over to you.
Yes. So Sangram, I think our wives should never meet. Because my wife prays that don't cut your hair. You mentioned something very beautiful about inspiration and turning up for work and getting things done. I read this book by Elizabeth Gilbert, Eat, Pray, Love.
Yeah.
I also heard her TED Talk. And in a TED Talk, she mentions this brilliantly. She says, even if I'm in a bad mood, agar koi ideas mujhe nahi aa rahi hai, I think I've written what we call as the writer's wall. But if I have to write from 7 a.m. till 10 a.m., I will go and sit in front of my computer from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. और अगर आइडियाज नहीं आ रही है, वो मेरी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी नहीं है, वो मेरी गलती नहीं है. I will look up and I'll say, hello, I have come. Now it's your job. Send the ideas, na? Like you said, I have to appear. And then he cooperates. If I think first signals that he is giving me something, and then if I appear, she says it doesn't work at all. So I think somewhere you and Elizabeth Gilbert have same wavelength.
Yeah, but one major caveat to this, I'm a rationalist and an atheist. So I don't believe in supernatural things or supernatural actors or powers or whatever, because I think modern science can explain creativity, modern science can explain inspiration and epiphanies quite easily. So for me, there is no need for a supernatural power, whether it's God or something else or a muse or whatever, to interfere in the lives of humans at all.
Yeah.
And nobody has been able to convince me otherwise, because nobody has any evidence of that happening. So Gilbert बाई आणि माझ्यामध्ये तो मेन एक फरक असावा असं मला वाटतं.
So true. You mentioned about mistakes. So संग्राम, आप कोई एक ऐसा वाक्यात बताएंगे या कोई एक ऐसा अनुभव बताएंगे जहां किसी तरह की किसी और की गलती से आपने सीखा, या आपसे कोई गलती हुई जिससे आपने अपने लाइफ में कोई बदलाव लाया या कोई सीखा?
Yeah, I see. Hindsight is always 2020. So when you analyze your own life,
Ah,
in fact, I had just written in my column in Sakar a couple of weeks ago about hindsight and how when you look back at things in your life,
hmm,
uh, they seem very obvious.
hmm,
Decisions, the mistakes seem very obvious. कि अरे यार ये तो मुझे ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए था, मुझे
hmm,
वैसा करना चाहिए था. पर
hmm,
जब आप वो डिसीजन लेते हो तब शायद
hmm,
आपके पास इतनी नॉलेज होती नहीं है
हाँ,
सिचुएशन के बारे में, आगे क्या होने वाला है
hmm, hmm,
उसके बारे में. सो
hmm,
आई डोंट रियली कॉल देम मिस्टेक्स
hmm.
as things that could have gone differently. Would
Yeah,
have been nice if they had gone
yeah,
a little differently.
yeah.
So I joined engineering college and then dropped out of it. So that could have been my biggest mistake of joining engineering college.
हाँ,
लेकिन having said that, ये भी बात है कि अगर मैंने ज्वाइन किया ही नहीं होता
हाँ.
तो वो छोड़ने का मजा भी नहीं आता. और जैसे जैसे I was on a national TV channel a few years ago, and then the anchor, a very big personality, compared me to Dhirubhai Ambani, Bill Gates, and RJ Sangram. So that would never happen because they all dropped out of college, complete colleges, right? So which is why I can't call that a mistake, having joined engineering college in the first place.
Yeah.
Uh, because I don't believe in destiny.
Hmm,
राइट. आई डोंट बिलीव दैट ये सब आपके लिए लिखा हुआ है
hmm.
और ऊपर से कोई कंट्रोल करता है और एक टैली रखता है आपका,
हाँ,
एक्सेल शीट होता है किसी के पास कि आपने अच्छा क्या किया, बुरा क्या किया, और उसका एक फॉर्मूला लेके आउटपुट मिलता है कि आपके लिए अच्छा होगा, बुरा होगा. आई थिंक
हाँ.
इट्स अ वेरी सिंपलिस्टिक वे ऑफ लुकिंग एट थिंग्स.
Hmm,
So whatever happens, it
हाँ.
happens because of circumstances. I mean, it's just cause and effects
Yeah,
that go around. तो
yeah.
कोई भी सिचुएशन में आप अच्छा कर सकते क्या, of course कर सकते थे. You could have avoided the mistake. So
हाँ,
instead of looking at specific instances of where you went wrong
हाँ,
in your life,
हाँ.
I try to think about first principles.
Okay.
Right? कि अगर आप ये प्रिंसिपल्स को फॉलो करो तो आपका आउटकम अच्छा हो सकता है. लाइफ
Brilliant.
में कोई गारंटी नहीं होती है. A lot of
Brilliant.
people say कि अरे वो करप्ट आदमी है लेकिन यार उसको रात को नींद नहीं आती होगी. मैं ईमानदार हूँ तो मैं रात को ठीक से सो सकता हूँ. So that's a very simplistic way of looking at things, because I know a lot of people who may be corrupt or evil लेकिन बहुत अच्छी तरह सोते हैं.
Okay.
Right? So this is what they call a just world
Yeah.
fallacy. A just world fallacy. That the
हाँ,
world is a just place.
हाँ,
If you
हाँ,
do good, good things will happen to you. If you do bad, bad things will happen to you.
हाँ.
Right? So
Wow.
this is something that we have convinced ourselves कि हाँ यार ये ऐसे ही होगा, नहीं तो फिर मजा क्या है ना लाइफ में. Otherwise life is very unfair.
Hmm,
But if you're mature enough, if you analyze life correctly, then you might think that life is unfair. That's fine. So
hmm,
whatever good thing you do or right thing you do increases your chances. Okay, it increases your chances of getting a good outcome.
hmm, hmm,
So I stick to first principles, which will give me a great outcome.
hmm.
Now the first one that I'll share with you guys is you have to reduce your needs.
Hmm.
अगर आपको लाइफ में कुछ सिग्निफिकेंट करना है तो आपको अपने नीड्स को कम करना पड़ेगा.
Wow.
इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि आपने नीड्स कम कर दिए तो आपकी लाइफ सक्सेस होगी, मतलब 100% होगी. नो, नॉट एट ऑल.
Hmm.
You're just increasing your chances. So why do I say reduce your needs? Because if you can stay as lean as possible in life, then you can take a lot of decisions. So जब मैंने engineering college quit किया, it wasn't an easy decision to make. It was computer engineering.
Yeah.
I was a good programmer by then. So
Hmm.
one of the reasons for quitting that was कि यार मुझे already programming आता है तो ये 4 साल यहाँ बैठ के मैं क्या करूँ.
Okay. Okay.
The second was also that ये applied mechanics वगैरह ठीक है लेकिन engineering drawing मेरे बिल्कुल पल्ले नहीं पड़ रहा है, मैं ये कभी कर नहीं पाऊंगा,
Hmm.
etc.
Hmm.
So when I took that decision, I said, what are the consequences of this?
Hmm.
Possible outcomes क्या हो सकता है? Worst क्या हो सकता है?
Wow.
So worst was of course that I won't get that IT job. So
Yeah.
the year 2000 was a very big deal, right? The whole entire boom was happening.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So I said, the worst is I will not be able to make that kind of money.
Yeah.
इससे और बदतर क्या होगा?
Hmm.
कुछ ना कुछ तो नौकरी मिल ही जाएगी.
Hmm.
Like my father would keep telling me that the last person that we saw starve to death was in the 60s or 70s, right? In their village, a
Hmm.
poor person actually starved to death. But he
Hmm.
said, after that, I haven't seen that in our country. So you'll never starve to death. So
Yeah.
that's the worst.
Yeah.
So are you willing to say that, great, I will, um, I'll do something that I like to do, कम पैसा मिलेगा. तो मैंने ये तय किया था क्योंकि मैं तबला बजाता था. So I learned professionally, and I said that what I will do is I'll play tabla, or I will sing in these bars at night. Okay, I'll sing ghazals or these songs in a bar. तो उसमें से कुछ ना कुछ पैसे मिल जाएंगे, and the entire day I'll devote to my writing, to my creative work. I want to be a writer. And कितना पैसा मिल सकता है? तो मैंने कैलकुलेशन किया कि 6,000 रुपए महीना मिल सकता है in the year 2000. And is that enough for me? So I said, yeah, I mean, I will survive on that much money. And then I thought, okay, this is a great decision to make now. Because what's the worst that can happen? I know. And I'm okay with that worst.
Yeah.
So I said, great. So in that is how I made that very first decision. It wasn't कि मैं बहुत creative हूँ और मुझे ये कर सकूंगा, या I believed in myself. I just said, what's the worst that can happen? Are you able to deal with that for the sake of your dreams? And then that's how that was my first major decision in life. That's how it happened. Thankfully, I didn't have to sing in the bars. But Naren, perhaps that's also a loss. Kise pata, I would have become one of the best bar singers or tabla players in the country.
Correct. फिर आपको बार-बार बुलाया जाता.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you are a multi-talented person where you can play the tabla well, you can sing well, you can speak well, you can think very rationally. You're not easy to influence by dogmas or some philosophy which somebody believes in blindly. Did your childhood play an important role, or was there any other turning point in your life? How did you become who you are today?
So a lot of people ask me, come to me with their kids and say कि इसको ये बात अच्छा करता है, करती है, तो इसको भी रेडियो में करियर करना है आगे जाके, तो आप बताइए इसको क्या करना चाहिए. A lot of youngsters come to me and say they want to do a career in media. They want to become RJs. तो मैं उनको ये बोलता हूँ कि the easiest way to do that, especially for parents with small kids, is to take my parents on a rental basis. So you take them for a couple of years and अच्छा होगा तुम्हारा. So I think I would say 95% of who I am today, or what I've been able to achieve, is because of my upbringing. It's purely because of you would say the genetics, in the sense that my grandfather had a great sense of humor.
Okay.
Amazing sense of humor.
Okay.
And was very glib, spoke very well, illiterate almost, but was really intelligent. My father, senior IPS officer, writer, thinker. So, all of those genes I got, and the upbringing where I saw him and my mother. So my mother, after marriage, did her LLB and then did her PhD as well. Wow. So हमारे घर में you would never see parents watching TV. You would never see the mother watching TV in the afternoon and the fathers stuck to the news at night. We would only see our parents with books.
Brilliant.
So they would either be reading or writing. So mother would work on her PhD, her thesis. My father would be busy writing his books. And so I'm so lucky that what my father got to read in his late 30s, I got to read when I was about 12 or 13 or 15 years old. So I think there's no alternative to good parenting. Let's all be clear here. If you have had great parents, then you already have a huge advantage over everybody else. So yeah, so I would say 95% is my childhood, Naren.
Wow. Wow. Tell us a little more about your dad.
So a lot of people in Maharashtra know him. Suresh Khopade, a retired IPS officer. He's well known for his work in Bhiwandi, which was a Muslim versus Hindu riot, famous for Hindu-Muslim riots. And he got, in a year and a half, he got all of them together in a place that used to have riots all the time. Suddenly, did not have any riots, even when the Babri Masjid, the Ayodhya issue flared up across the country. When almost every big city went up in flames, Bhiwandi was completely peaceful. So so he's known a lot for that, and his other work on bureaucracy, etc. So he's still around. He's quite active, and you can see him on either writing editorials or writing really, क्या बोलते हैं उसको, जो लोग पढ़ के मतलब डर जाते हैं फेसबुक पर, अरे आपकी इतनी हिम्मत कैसे होती है कि आप ऐसा बोलते हो, ऐसा लिखते हो. Also on TV channels. So yes, mom unfortunately passed away very early back in 2005. But she was again a scholar. She did a PhD on women's literature, women's Marathi literature, for over a century. And also, I think, thankfully, I have a lot of my mother's looks. But I also have my mother's sensitivity, or एक जो होता है ना कि don't take yourself too seriously. Don't think that you're something great.
Yeah.
Listen to what the other person is also saying. So that's the one big thing I got from my mother.
Wow, lovely. What would you call? When we spoke, you said something which stayed with me for a long time. You said that I want to do something really significant in my life. So can you उसके बारे में कुछ बताओगे? That thought.
Yes. Yeah. So I've realized that. So here's what happened. I started out saying that I will keep my needs very low and very little. I'll stay lean, right? So when I did that, I started getting a lot of other opportunities. I could take a lot of risks, quote unquote.
Okay.
And so my sphere of influence started increasing very exponentially. So I realized that as long as I have this philosophy for the rest of my life, कि मुझे पैसों के लिए कुछ नहीं करना. So then I know that I can take bigger risks and do bigger significant things. Brilliant. Also, when I started analyzing, I love numbers, right? I'm a very numbers and stats kind of person. So when I start analyzing, and thankfully I've been very lucky that I've made enough money through my media career, that when I started analyzing, I wanted to know how much my wealth or my income, how much is it compared to everybody else on earth, right? Usually we compare it to our cousins or our neighbors, or people we know or people like us. So I wanted to know कि यार ये पूरे दुनिया में लोगों के पास कितना पैसा होता है, और वो normal से compare किए तो where do I stand? And I figured that to be in the top 1% of the entire world population does not take a lot of money, because the majority of humanity is very poor. So when I realized that if you're in the top 1% of the world, then you don't have an excuse, right? You had a great childhood. You were born in a certain place where you had great parents, great sister. My elder sister's in Australia. She's a psychiatrist. So I said, when you're so lucky, then if you don't take the risks, then who else will, no? Then 99% of humanity can say, "अरे भाई यार, तेरा तो बहुत अच्छा चल रहा है. हम लोग का रोज का problems." They have that excuse. I don't have that excuse. So which is why I thought that I need to do something significant. But at the same time, always remembering not to take myself too seriously, not to think that I will be able to do something significant, or so on. But at least in the end, you should sort of be able to say, "यार मैं कोशिश तो किया. I tried.
बिल्कुल.
I did as much as I could." And the other thing I'm quite influenced by is, the more I read about Winston Churchill, I realized that he wasn't wasn't a positive figure for our country, right? So keeping that aside, but Winston Churchill had a few very great quotes. He's a smart man. He got the Nobel Prize for Literature as well.
Oh,
Winston Churchill, he did. Yeah, very few people know that. The Prime Minister of Great Britain. Yeah. So he said that the measure of a man, and I'm paraphrasing here, rather how big a man is, we'll of course convert that to current times and say how big a person is, not just man or woman is, depends on what gets him angry. Right? So I realized that I am a very, in that sense, impatient person who will get upset when I see something wrong in society. If somebody overtakes me and cuts me off, I get upset. So I said, oh, but look at this. Shouldn't I be channeling all my anger, all my frustration on bigger things, on things that actually matter? Because that is the measure of who I am as a person. And that's when I started saying, let's direct all of my energy to slightly callers that are bigger than mine. I have a series on my radio show and on Facebook called माझ्या पलीकडचा महाराष्ट्र. So मी, माझं, माझे याच्या पलीकडचा महाराष्ट्र, मैं, मेरा और मेरे, इसके आगे जाके जो महाराष्ट्र है वो ढूंढने की कोशिश हमने की. So I stayed in a slum for a night. I went and actually stayed inside what is supposed to be the most dangerous, as they say, quote unquote, बाहर से देखने वाले को लोगों को लगता है dangerous एकदम ये slum है, criminals रहते हैं यहाँ पे वगैरह. So I went and stayed there an entire day and night, and I did a small video about that, and turns out really lovely people.
Yeah,
people like you and I, same aspirations, same dreams, same fears, same problems, same issues. Everybody wants to do slightly better for their children. They want the children to be educated. They want a professional career में कुछ अच्छा करना है. सब same. They're worried about the economy, about job losses and all that.
Beautiful.
Nobody's sitting there thinking मैं अभी चोरी कैसे करूँ. So that was an amazing experience. And so I try and go to these places where I'm not comfortable. So for people who are not like me, situations that are not familiar to me. So I try and go, and then and you know what, when you do something, it sort of picks up momentum. So you may not start with saying कि मुझे बहुत बड़ा कुछ significant करना है, पर अगर थोड़ा करते गए, अगर रोज थोड़ा effort डालते गए, तो it might turn out that you end up doing something significant.
Wow, brilliant. You know what, Sangram? 4 years ago, I also went and stayed in the slum for one night.
Oh, lovely. Where did you go?
What is this place? JW Marriott के सामने जो बहुत बड़ा बस्ती है. So there's an institution there called Jagruti Seva Sanstha. They do some incredible work where they train these ladies from the bastis to become nurse aides. So we have these ayas who are paid 4,000. Then we have these nurses who are paid 25,000. But in between, there is a huge requirement. So women from the slum, जिनके पास कोई भविष्य नहीं है, जो exploited हैं, मारपीट होती है, पति ध्यान नहीं रखते हैं, काफी लोगों को घर से निकाल दिया है, वगैरह वगैरह, उनको ये स्लम से निकालते हैं और उनको ये नर्स एड की ट्रेनिंग देते हैं. वाह. सो पिछले 4 साल से मैं उनके साथ जुड़ा हुआ हूं और वहां जाके बहुत सुकून मिलता है, बहुत अच्छा लगता है. जैसा आप बोल रहे हो ना, एक बार निर्णय लिया कि चलो यार एक रात को वहां सो के आएंगे, और वहां जो मंगलाताई है जो चलाती है, उनको बोला कि मंगलाताई मेरे को ना यहाँ एक रात सोना है. जो सबसे गरीब इंसान है उसके घर में मुझे ना एक रात को रहने का मौका मिलेगा क्या? संग्राम, उस रात को वहां पे दादी जो थी उसने जितने प्यार से खाना खिलाया है, मतलब जिंदगी में कभी उतने प्यार से किसी ने खाना नहीं खिलाया. और वो घी लेके आई थी, और जब मैं मना कर रहा था कि नहीं घी नहीं चाहिए, तो वो बोलती है कि बेटा इतना पैसा है हमारे पास, तुमको हम घी खिला सकते हैं. मतलब मैंने खुद के ऊपर ना कभी इतनी शर्मिंदगी भी महसूस नहीं की, क्योंकि लुक एट द हार्ट दे हैव. और जो चाय पिलाया था ना, वो कप 2 तरफ से टूटा हुआ था, और पड़ोसी से मांग के आए थे, उनके घर में 3 कप नहीं था. दैट नाइट चेंज्ड माय लाइफ. लाइक यू आर सेइंग ना, वो जो बाकी के जो ये क्राउन्स होते हैं ना, वो सब उस रात को टूट गए थे. और जैसा आप बता रहे हो ना बहुत खूबसूरती से कि 1%, we saw how that 99% lives. तो ये जो भी अकड़ है, जो भी अहंकार है और कुछ जिंदगी में करने का जुनून है, वो सबकी ऐसी खिचड़ी बनी कि वो अहंकार गुरूर तो चकनाचूर और लगा कि अगर जिंदगी अच्छी जीनी है, so it's not only about what you are angry about, but also whom did you impact. Me sending a birthday gift to Sangram, Sangram sending a birthday gift to me is nice, cute. But if I can do something for Mangala Tai, who's doing incredible work, and there if a lady is really fighting hard to live a life, and there if we can give her some kind of a support, जो आनंद आता है ना, जो मन भरता है ना, you must have experienced this multiple times, है ना संग्राम?
Yeah, absolutely. And in fact, so I don't rely on anecdotal or qualitative research as much as I do on quantitative research or experience, right? So I may feel a lot of things when I do something, लेकिन वो क्या किस हद तक सही होगा is what I question always. So even things like gratitude, what you're talking about, तो इसके ऊपर भी रिसर्च हो चुका है, साइंटिफिक रिसर्च हो चुका है, and research says that it really makes the giver feel better than the person who's been given that charity or that help or whatever. So helping some altruism or this, thanking. I don't believe in thanking your stars or God or whatever, but just thanking the situation. I am here. I should be gratified. I should have gratitude that I'm here. इसके ऊपर भी साइंटिफिक रिसर्च है जो कहता है कि आपको अच्छा लगेगा, आप लोगों की मदद करोगे तो आप ही को अच्छा लगेगा. एंड दिस इज नॉट सम के मतलब एक हमारे यहाँ जो एक थोड़ा स्पिरिचुअल गुरु वगैरह जो बोलते हैं तो लोगों को बहुत अच्छा लगता है. बट आई एम सेइंग फॉरगेट द स्पिरिचुअल गुरुज. दिस इज व्हाट साइंस सेज.
Absolutely.
It is true. People have analyzed human brains and they found out that this is true. So when you help somebody, it just does feel really great. And especially through Big FM, because our entire philosophy of the entire company, not just my show or my station, but across the country, Big FM has this philosophy of Dhun Badal Ke To Dekho.
Now it makes so much sense.
Yeah. So we do lots of things for charity, for for giving something back to society, and it does really feel good. Everybody should try it, क्योंकि हमारे देश में तो यहाँ पे जितने लोग बैठे हैं उनसे बहुत ज्यादा अनफॉर्चुनेट लोग होते ही है ही. That's the reality. So there's always somebody, even if you think यार मेरी situation खराब है, there's somebody who's much worse than you are.
So true. संग्राम, जब आप ये यूथ को देखते हो आज के दिन, and whether it is anything, situation, ease, technology, abundance, आप उनको देखते हो तो किस चीज से आपको बहुत हिम्मत मिलती है, ताकत मिलती है, या किस चीज है जिससे आपको उनको देख के परेशानी होती है?
So I believe that just by default, काळाच्या ओघाने जो मराठी में कहते हैं, as generations keep taking over the previous generations, because of better nutrition, because of better infrastructure, samagri, opportunity, everything, the new generation is always smarter than the older one. So I am quite sure that all of the people here are much smarter than I was when I was their age. So that is great. That's bound to happen. But what really bothers me is something that bothered my hero Pula Deshpande, great writer, thinker, humorist, etc. in Marathi. What bothered him many years ago, I would say, I don't remember, but the quote is probably 40 or 50 years ago, old. So Pula said that, yeah, deshamadhe ajahi what is that, Buabaji? Bua power. So he essentially said that youngsters are still very drawn by all the babas, all the spiritual gurus, all the religious gurus, and so on. So scientific temper is kept to one side, and everybody runs behind all of these gurus, and everybody has the conviction कि यार मेरा गुरु छोड़ के बाकी सब ढूंढिए. Right? Everybody says, हाँ संग्राम, you're right. गुरु ढोंगी होते हैं, सिर्फ मेरे गुरु अच्छे हैं, प्लीज कम एंड मीट माय गुरु. So that's a a pet peeve I have for this generation as well. It's not a new thing. Like I said, Pula Deshpande spoke about this some 40, 50 years ago. I think scientific temper is the most important thing that we should be worrying about. That is also part of our constitution. And that is something I see a little lacking in. You know, we are still stuck in मेरा भगवान या ईश्वर अच्छा है या तुम्हारा, मेरा धर्म अच्छा है या तुम्हारा, मेरी जात अच्छी है बेहतर है या तुम्हारी. We still stuck in all of that, and everyone thinks कि बाकी सब लोग ये धर्म और जात के नाम पे गलत काम करते हैं, बस मैं और मेरे लोग नहीं करते. राइट? हर एक को लगता है कि ये प्रॉब्लम है. We are bigots, right? We do discrimination. हम लोग छोड़ के बाकी सब discrimination करते हैं. So I'll tell you a very interesting radio show I had a couple of years ago, where I asked people if क्या जातिवाद खत्म हो गया है? क्या जात को कोई मायना है आज की जिंदगी में? So a lot of people called, and obviously my show in Pune, they called and said, most people said, अरे क्या तू बात कर रहा है, जात-वात का क्यों तू टॉपिक निकाल रहा है? It's all over now. If you go to a doctor, doctor पूछता है कि तुम्हारी जात क्या है? ट्रीटमेंट तो सब सेम मिलती है ना? I said, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, you're right. Then people said कि ये होता होगा यूपी बिहार में होता होगा थोड़ा सा, ये पुणे में कभी नहीं होगा, महाराष्ट्र पुरोगामी है, progressive है वगैरह वगैरह. I said, oh, okay, you're right, I'm sorry. So before they hung up the phone, and this is all on the radio, I said कि आपकी शादी हो गई है या तय हो गई है? So they said, हाँ शादी हो गई है. So I said, तो आपकी बीवी या आपका हस्बैंड कौन सी जात का है? मुझे जात का नाम मत बोलो, लेकिन आपकी और उनकी जात सेम है कि अलग है? So 100% of people who had called me said, oh, no, I'm married to a person from my caste only. So I said, then if the most important decision of your life is based on caste, then how can you say that the caste system वगैरह खत्म हो गया है? Yeah. Didn't have an answer. Some, of course, because it's Pune, and I'm a Punekar as well. We like to argue. We are argumentative Indians. So a lot of them say, yeah, but it's not like we decided कि हमें हमारी ही जात में शादी करना है. We're educated. We are forward-thinking people. It's just that हमारे circle में we met only these people, right? So it's a love marriage. It's a love marriage, but within the caste. That's because we didn't grow up with other people. So I said, then that means that you're living in a ghetto. Right? So from when you were born to when you die, you're living only in your caste. Your friends are the same. Your employees may be or may not be the same. Your family, of course, everybody is of the same caste, which means you have not gotten out of your ghetto, out of that jail, and you have not tried to explore the world outside. So, I was hoping that by this time, intercaste marriages, interfaith, interreligion marriages, because that's the only solution for getting rid of all the ghettoization of our society. And I know that this interfaith marriages is a very hot topic currently, because a couple of states have come up with laws pertaining to this particular topic. But I think that's the only way. And I don't see enough. I may be wrong because I don't have the data, but I don't see enough youngsters getting out of their caste to get married yet. So that's the big thing that really worries me.
Sangram, that's a very revolutionary thought and a very revolutionary idea. I mean, we have seen this in nations where if they want to integrate a part of the society, there is a cross-cultural marriage which happens, but that is more of a political move to make a community part of you and drop the resistance. But to end the discrimination which happens in the name of caste, creed, brilliant idea. If we can just encourage, promote, talk about why it's necessary to look beyond and not look within a particular caste and community. Brilliant. I will have this conversation with my children tonight when I go back home, and that's my promise to them. It's too late for me, and I don't have any plans of a second marriage, in case my wife is listening. So, but it's a revolutionary thought. Really, really revolutionary thought.
Please tell your kids that Sangram uncle and Richa auntie are not of the same caste. ऐसा नहीं कि सिर्फ ज्ञान दे रहा हूँ.
Of course. Sangram, if you were 20 years old, if today you were 20 years old, what would be your outlook to life? अगर आप आज 20 साल के होते?
Outlook towards what? Towards what?
Towards
My
life?
career, how I should build my life, or
हाँ, एनीथिंग लाइक आज आप 20 साल के हो तो आपका थिंकिंग पैटर्न क्या होगा? जो आज आपका है वही है कि शायद जिंदगी को देखने का कुछ अलग नजरिया होगा? The idea behind this question is there are youngsters over here, thousands of them, and most of them are a little lost or a little confused in life. So from somebody like Sangram, अगर उसके बारे में कुछ बोलना चाहते हैं?
sure. There's also a few questions on the chat.
Yes.
Will we have time to take those? We should.
We'll take that immediately after this.
Okay. So see, I believe that more things change, more they remain the same. We are, what people don't realize is, and again, that's because बचपन से हमें हमारे धर्म ग्रंथों में जो कहानियां हैं वो सिखाई जाती है, लेकिन एवोल्यूशन के बारे में बहुत कम बताया जाता है. एवोल्यूशन, theory of evolution is a fact, and by the way, theory का meaning is not कि कोई idea है जो सच हो सकती है. Theory is very different from hypotheses. So this is another confusion people have. So the theory of evolution is not a hypothesis; it's proven scientific fact. लेकिन उसके बारे में हमें कभी कुछ बताया नहीं जाता है. So when you study the theory of evolution, you realize that human beings today, you and I, Naren and I, have brains that evolved over tens of thousands of years.
Absolutely.
Right? And most of it evolved not in an urban area. It evolved in a tribe. Right? So our brains were developed 99% when we used to live in a tribe. We would not know more than 100 or 150 throughout our lives for thousands of years. So our entire behavior, our entire psychology, our entire brain structure is for thousands of years ago ka earth.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So when people wonder, yaar ye aisa kyun karta hai, ye to logical nahi hai. That's because it's not logical, it's psychological. The brain is now, for example, now I am trying to lose weight. Okay. People say, yaar, तेरे पास willpower नहीं है. कुछ मीठा सामने रख दिया तो खत्म कर देता है तो immediately. So what we don't realize is that for a lot of people, it's still the primitive brain where anything that is sugar rich, right? For the primitive, great ape, they're all great apes, essentially.
Yeah.
वो बहुत कम मिलता था. कहीं fruits एक season में मिल गए तो सारी झुंड उसके ऊपर चढ़ के वो खत्म कर डालती थी, because we needed anything that is fat rich and which is sugar rich. That's how our brains were made. They're made to seek out certain things. Of course, now you can, if you know this, you can devise methods to get over that. But remember, you have a primitive brain, right? So, which is why that brain hasn't changed in the past 20 years.
Yeah.
So, मेरे जो dreams थे, aspirations थे, fears थे, issues थे, they were the same as what everybody else, watching us today has. So, बहुत ज़्यादा कुछ बदला नहीं है. इंटरनेट का स्पीड बदला है, ठीक है, कंप्यूटर्स का स्पीड बदला है. I know I used to program on a 386. People don't even know what a 386 computer is. 386 processor था Intel का तब का.
Correct.
So I used to do that. But the biggest issues in life, right, are still the same. So for example, whether I want to lose weight or my wife made me run a half marathon, 21 kilometers of running non-stop. And I was like, for what? कहीं जाना होता, कहीं पहुंचना है तो मैं जाऊंगा 21 किलोमीटर. But so what, you started there and you ended up there only. She made me do that, and now she wants me to keep improving on that. So this problem was true 20 years ago, it's true today also. I don't know how many of you will be able to run a 21 kilometer half marathon, right? तो वो करने के लिए जो चाहिए वो mental space, etc., training, physical, actual, वो सब करना ही पड़ेगा. Whether I want to take my tabla skills ahead, or whether I want to get a promotion, I want to get a bigger audience for my radio show, उसके लिए जो चीजें करनी पड़ती है वो पहले भी वही थी, अब भी सेम है, बस टूल्स थोड़े बदल गए. करेक्ट,
बिल्कुल.
तो ये ऑनलाइन फेसबुक पे कुछ वीडियोस डालो, ये करो वो करो, but basically the problems and more importantly the human brain, us, वी आर द सेम। तो इसलिए अब नया कोई ज्ञान तो मुझे सूझ नहीं रहा है कि यू नो नथिंग हैज हैपेंड इन द लास्ट 20 years. Of course, the research on the human brain has happened a lot.
हाँ.
तो ये बहुत ये ह्यूमन बिहेवियर पर हाउ यू नो सिस्टम अफेक्ट्स ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बिहेवियर, हाउ इट अफेक्ट्स पीपल एक्सेट्रा। तो ये सारी चीजें अगर आप पढ़ो, ये सारी चीजों पर आप अगर थोड़ा रिसर्च करो, and I think if you read Marathi, you should check my column out. All of my articles are on my Facebook page. It's RJ Space Sangram. So go and like that and look for those articles. Therefore, this I'm taking all the research that has happened in the last 20 years about why we do what we do, why we think the way we think, why do other people in life behave the way they behave, and so on. So, iski agar aap try karo, not necessarily through only my articles, but go out and explore. It will give you better answers than what we had 20 years ago. That's for sure.
Excellent.
You were searching for answers, we were floundering in the dark. You can now actually go to the source.
So Sangram, now we'll move to the questions that we have got on the chat bot. We'll be able to cover a few of them. When you had to marry somebody who's not, say, typically from your caste, did you face some resistance parentally, or was it comfortable?
No, I didn't at all, because like I mentioned, my parents are very different.
Very
so
different.
that's not. But in my family of friends, I have seen that happen. Finally, one major thing I want to point out is Western civilization को बहुत गालियां देते हैं कि वेस्टर्न कल्चर बहुत बेकार है, और हमारा देखिए हमारा फैमिली सिस्टम वगैरह बहुत अच्छा है. So I think that's a very immature way of looking at it. One big thing we can take from them is that once you're 18 years of age, or maybe a little more, you're expected to take your own decisions. हमारे यहाँ पे even if you're 40 years old, you're still asking mama and papa कि मैं ऐसा करूँ कि वैसा करूँ, घर लेने का कि नहीं, गाड़ी लेने की कि नहीं, शादी करने का कि नहीं, किसके साथ करने की, etc. I think that is something that you have to stop. I think somebody is asking me how to change this thinking in society. That only you can do, because you will get married in a few years. You have to bite the bullet. You have to actually be the change. We can talk here. हम लोग की तो होगी शादी. We can keep talking, but you have to do this.
So somebody is asking if I have to be a voice artist. What should I do? Where should I start?
I always tell people, if you want to be a broadcaster, which is radio or TV or whatever, you have to be interesting and likable. Right? It doesn't matter how your voice is. It has to. So likable means, do you have empathy for other people? Do you actually like people? You want to know about them, and if you do, that will come out in your voice. Then they'll also start liking you back. And are you interesting? That only comes with study. You have what are you reading these days?
Yeah.
How much are you reading? And do you know things that other people don't? If you put that work in, then I think that's a great way to get into this industry.
Wow. Sangram, I think it is time for us to summarize the entire session that we had. So I would share with you आज मुझे आपसे क्या क्या सीखने को मिला और क्या क्या चीज़ों में बहुत आनंद आया. एंड मैं अपने ऑडियंस से दरखास्त करूंगा, जो खास करके यहाँ पर हैं, कि इस 1 घंटे में आपको क्या सीखने को मिला, या आपको क्या चीज़ में मज़ा आया, आपको क्या अच्छा लगा, उसके बारे में आप लिखें, ताकि संग्राम अगर है तो उनको भी थोड़ा देखने को मिल जाएगा. रेडियो में तो उतना इमीडिएटली हर बार फीडबैक शायद नहीं मिलती होगी, लेकिन यहाँ पे लाइव में कम से कम अपने को इमीडिएट फीडबैक्स मिलेंगे. संग्राम, फर्स्ट व्हेन यू सेड बेस योर लाइफ ऑन प्रिंसिपल्स, whatever principle works for you, these need not be something which is there in scriptures or morals, but whatever are the principles that we think works for you should be the base of your life. Then you mentioned a very beautiful thing called just world philosophy, just world fallacy. I think that is incredible. On recollection, I remember reading top 10 points of Bill Gates, where he began by saying, life is unfair. So I see another connection between you and Bill Gates, not just drop out of college, but expect life to be unfair. Uh, and the kind of a structure that you mentioned, especially a few points. One, reduce your needs. Reduce your needs looks like a very good philosophy, but then when you explained it, it was extraordinarily deep. Like when you said, when I reduce my needs, I can take greater risks in life. That opens a new dimension to reducing your needs altogether. So, a very dear friend of mine, Ravi Venkateshan, the ex-CEO of Microsoft India and vice chairman of Infosys, he believes in minimalistic living, where, like you, he's also reduced his needs dramatically, so much so that he sold his car. And he's saying, है ना, ऑटो रिक्शाज हैं, ओला उबर है, जहां जाना है चले जाएंगे, गाड़ी की जरूरत क्या है? और मैंने भी आके वापस अपनी गाड़ी बेच दी. तो कभी कभी जरूरत पड़ती है तो वाइफ की गाड़ी लेता हूँ, नहीं तो ओला उबर ऑटो जिंदाबाद. और बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग लोग मिलते हैं उसमें.
Yeah. No, absolutely. So Ravi, you and I have this in common.
है ना? Beautiful. You also don't have a car? Awesome.
So I had the world's. So when all of my friends were busy buying Mercedes or BMWs, I went and bought the world's cheapest car.
Nano?
Yeah, and that really upset all my friends because I mean they were like, "Ye kya kar raha hai tu?" And then eventually, I think 4 years ago, 3.5, 4 years ago, I decided to sell that as well. And like you said, I borrow my wife's car if needed, but otherwise it's Uber, Ola, Auto for me as well.
Lovely. And then with reduce your needs, you also said that it helps me to increase my influence. Beautiful. And then that conviction कि सिर्फ पैसे कमाने के लिए कुछ काम नहीं करना है. काम करना है तो जिसमें मजा आए, जिसमें लगे कुछ सस्टेन कर रहा हूं या किसी चीज का गहरा प्रभाव कर पाऊंगा. So reducing needs is not just about killing your desires or reducing your desires, but in turn it is very helpful in me living a powerful life. Now, that understanding and clarity I got from you today. Thank you so much for that. And when you gave us that small structure of decision making, what increases your chances, what is the possible outcomes, and when your father told you that chances are very high that you won't die out of hunger, तो फिर इतना डरने का क्या है? And obviously you had some skills like tabla and singing, but then it's a very sweet thought, isn't it? कि भूख से तो नहीं मरेंगे यार, उतना तो कमा ही लेंगे. It kind of liberates you. And when you said that 90% impact is because of upbringing, it definitely creates a desire in me to be a very, very responsible father to the children I have. And as a life coach, increases my desire to create the impact where some people might have missed out on something in their childhood. What an incredible way to say that. I never saw my parents watching TV in the evening or hours busy with the newspapers. Somebody was either reading a book or somebody was always writing a book. You know, I have a huge library at home and at office. And more than half the books are books which I haven't opened. But then I watch TV every night for half an hour to an hour. So I think I'll have to think about that a little. Incredible quote of Winston Churchill when you said that how big a man is depends on what makes him angry. What a powerful thing. What a powerful thing. I can keep on speaking about how this session has impacted my life. I have another 1 page of note.
You're very kind, Naren. You're very kind.
With just running out of time. Sangram, thank you so much for being here. I really believe the name that you have been given is very, very meaningful. And it will definitely bring a Sangram in my life, if not the life of all the thousands of people here. It's very sweet of you to agree to come. And I would be looking forward to a day when across a cup of chai or coffee, we can sit together and discuss about philosophies, Bertrand Russell, scientific temper, and just sit and exchange thoughts. Thank
I
you.
look forward to that too. Thank you very much, Naren and Amit, for inviting me. Jate jate, for everybody, I know everybody says that अपने parents की सुनो and parents know best. या बड़ों की सुनो. I would say that suno matlab show respect, don't be disrespectful, including to me. Listen to what I'm saying, but question everything that I have said. Question everything that your elders say to you, and gauge it against the latest scientific data. Question everything, whether it's a religious book, any religious book, or any religious guru, or parents, or elders, or media, especially. मेरे भाई बहन जो मीडिया में दिखाते हैं, सबको क्वेश्चन करो. And then keep your, be on the journey to what Bapu used to say, satyagraha, satya ka agraha. So keep searching for the truth and be on that journey. Never say that, okay, अब सब समझ में आ गया मेरे को, मैं I know what it is. या पहले से हमारा 200 साल पहले से हमको सबको पता है कि क्या सही है क्या गलत है. So don't get into that trap. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks.
Thanks, Sangram, and a big hug to you.
You too.
Thanks.
Take care. Bye-bye.